Hi, I'm Lewis. Welcome to LewReview. Today we're going to be looking at something very different from the usual. We're looking at the online payday loan service called Nimble. Nimble is an online payday loan service. They specialise in small short-term loans up to a maximum of $1,200. Now the phrase small short-term loans does sound attractive, especially to somebody with a low income who's short on cash. And that is exactly the problem with payday loans. Now the reason why they're called payday loans is that theoretically the person who borrows the money should be able to pay it back with their next paycheck. But thanks to extremely high interest rates and ridiculous fees, this doesn't always happen, and a small short-term loan can quickly turn into a spiral of debt. In fact, payday loans have such a bad reputation for ruining lives in Australia that the NAB, the biggest business lender in the country, has refused to fund any more businesses to do with them. Now the NAB is a company that has invested into Wilmar. Wilmar is a palm oil company that was named by Newsweek to be the most environmentally irresponsible company of 2012, and they've been caught using child labour. So do you know what this means? This means we have scientific proof that payday loans are worse than child labour. So with so many payday lenders out there, why am I focusing in on Nimble? Well, it's because of the way they operate and the way they present themselves. According to the company's co-founder Greg Ellis, Nimble was started in response to the fact that payday lending is largely predatory, and they wanted to create a disruptive new way of doing things that was completely different to all the other lenders out there. So if after hearing that, you're convinced that Nimble has entered the payday lending business for the good of mankind, you'd be very wrong. Because as far as I can tell, the only difference between Nimble and all the other loan sharks out there is that Nimble is fucking delusional. Let's have a look at Nimble's interest rates and fees. Like most other payday lenders, Nimble charges the absolute maximum that is legally allowed under Australian law, which is a 20% establishment fee plus 4% interest per month. This translates to 92% interest annually. Now, let's compare a $1,000 smart little loan with Nimble to a $1,000 purchase on the Commonwealth Bank's most common credit card. With Nimble, over a year, you would pay $920 in interest and fees, but with a Commonwealth credit card, you would only pay $182. Now, with this comparison, Nimble does look like a pretty big ripoff, but to be fair, they have stated that their product can't be measured with an annual percentage rate because their loan terms are only 16 to 60 days. So, here's a much fairer comparison. Let's say that my friend Sarah borrows $1,000 from Nimble to pay off a phone bill, and she pays it back in 61 days. She is charged a $200 establishment fee plus $40 a month interest, and because she was 1 day late, a $35 dishonesty fee. All up, she pays Nimble $315 in interest and fees. Now, let's say my friend Dave is a fucking idiot and he spends $40,000 on a Samsung television using his Commonwealth credit card. Luckily, my friend Dave is a resourceful fucking idiot and he manages to pay it back in 61 days, just like Sarah did. But there is one small difference. Dave borrowed 40 times more than what Sarah did, but he only pays $274 in interest and fees. That's $41 less than Sarah. Now, I realize that credit cards and payday loans are completely different things, but that's exactly why I'm drawing the comparison. If getting a cash advance on your credit card is so much cheaper and makes more sense than pulling out a payday loan, why do people do it? Well, the sad truth is that a lot of people who apply for these payday loans, like the ones that Nimble offer, are doing it because it's the only option they have left. They may have maxed out their credit card, they may not be able to be approved for a credit card, or they may simply have been tricked by the subversive marketing that portrays these payday loans as a simple solution, when really they are anything but. Nimble swears up and down that they don't use predatory lending tactics such as targeting the young or those that are already in debt. But have a look at this ad that was recently pulled from television and try and guess what kind of person it's aimed towards.
Oh! Nice tat.
Thanks.
Forget to pay the gas bill, huh?
Yeah, I don't get paid for another week, so...
You know, if you need money fast, you can just Nimble it and move on.
That's a real ad from Nimble encouraging a man who didn't pay his gas bill to take out a loan. There's also a similar one about going over your data allowance on your phone by taking too many selfies.
We can't afford this phone bill. You're posting too many selfies.
I wonder what age group that's targeted towards. Nimble is encouraging people that can't even pay their own bills to take out a loan with them instead of utilizing the hardship policies that all telco companies are required to have available for their customers. Now, Nimble has agreed to take the gas bill ad off the airways, and somewhere on their website they have a few sentences about responsible lending. But last I checked, the ad is still on their YouTube channel, so have they really learned their lesson? Well, I called Nimble last week and told them that my electricity had been cut off and asked what they could do to help me. And this is what they said.
Lewis, okay, how can I help you out today, Lewis?
The electricity just got cut off in my house, so I just wanted to take care of
no,
that.
that is not good.
Yeah, I know, I just forgot about it, so I just wanted to take care of
okay.
that. So I can use the loan to pay for a bill, can't I?
Yes, you certainly can.
All
You know,
right.
these things do happen. These things do happen. So, if we can help you out, then we'll be more than happy to.
So why should we be more careful of Nimble than the other legal loan sharks? Well, it's because what Nimble does is very sneaky and very smart. Everything from their website to their app to their logo is designed to trick people into thinking that what Nimble does is different from all the other loan sharks out there, when in reality they target the same kinds of people. They charge the same maximum permitted by law fees, and if you can't pay them back on time, they charge you $7 a day until you reach 200% of what you initially borrowed. And while Nimble says that you will never owe them more than 200% of what you borrowed, they can and they will sell your debt onto a debt collectors that may have their own fees and charges attached to that, and ruin your credit rating in the process. Well, that's all we have time for today. I'm going to leave you guys on a much more accurate advertisement for Nimble, courtesy of Stepmates. Please spread the word about Nimble's smart little loans, because they're not that smart. Whether that's by sharing this video or just talking to someone who's considering signing up. You need to educate them, because that is how these companies make their money. They thrive off people who don't know what they're signing up for. So spread the word about Nimble's smart little loans, because no one deserves this.
Guys, I can't pay!
The Nimble buddy always gets his fucking payment!
Nimble, smart little loans that'll fuck you in the ass.
Catch you later.